Hey guys, welcome. We are so excited to just see you all tonight and spend a few minutes together and hear these inspiring stories of these three ladies. They are personal friends of mine. I just adore them and their stories, and just so thankful that they're willing to hop on here and share that with you all, because I believe that you will either connect with their story or know somebody that would be able to relate to their story. So welcome. We are just going to go ahead and get right to it. Debbie is going to share for us and start us off tonight. Debbie, take it away.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Debbie Ziske, and I'm originally from Michigan, and I have been in Florida now for about 17 years. Enjoyed the weather so much today. It was just absolutely gorgeous out. So I am a retired administrator slash teacher. I'm currently working and teaching online English as a second language. So I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to prepare to teach the students that are halfway around the world. So this is a little late, so I'm trying to be awake and alert. So I'm trying to be focused and on task here. It's just such a privilege to be able to come on and share with you today. Now, I began my weight loss journey, my actually Plexus journey, just a little over a year ago. About a year and a half ago, I had some health problems and struggling to find what was going on. And the doctor even mentioned that I may have cancer. And so through a lot of prayer, a lot of testing, and a biopsy, did find out that it was not cancer. And we just truly believe that that was an answer to prayer. We know that God was there and really helping us through. But in the process of all of that, I had a lot of blood work done. And in December, a little over a year ago, went in for that recheck on my blood work, and the doctor looked at me and he just was very concerned. My weight had gone up quite a bit. My blood sugar was too high and my cholesterol was much too high. And he said I really needed to do something and do something quickly. So in January of a year ago, I began on a healthy eating plan, and found that within a month, I was losing a little bit of weight, but I had problems with bloating and problems with sleep, and just energy was down, and I was gassy, and I was constipated, and I didn't understand that because I was eating healthy. So I knew that I needed to look into something even more. And so I'd been watching my friend Shanda on Facebook, and she had been posting and talking about these products she'd been taking called Plexus, and how she had found some success with what she was doing. So I asked a lot of questions and kind of said no for a little while. And then I asked some more questions and thought, you know what? What's it going to hurt? I've got a guarantee if it doesn't work, I'm not going to go for it. So I began with two of the products from the Triplex combo, with the ProBio 5 and the BioCleanse. And within just a couple of weeks, I was less gassy, less bloated. I was more regular. I had more energy. I know I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and usually by 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I was just exhausted. I needed a nap, and I'd been doing that for quite a while. So I'd lay down usually for about hour and a half. But I found that I didn't need those naps anymore. I was just going, I was doing things, and had that energy that I wanted to do. So I decided, oh, these were working. I'm going to stick to it. And then that next May, I had another recheck with my blood work, and the doctor looked at the results of the test, and they looked at me and looked at the results and looked at me again. He said, "What are you doing?" And so I explained to him what I was doing. He said, "Well, you need to keep doing it because it's working." My blood levels were down, my cholesterol was down, my weight was down at that time for about 35 pounds. So I kept going and added in the third part of that triplex combo with the slim pink drink, and started seeing even more results. So In July, I knew that I needed to start sharing. And so I actually hopped on board at that time as an ambassador. Before that, I was just a preferred customer, kind of doing it on and off, making sure that everything was working right. And started sharing and really trying some of the other products, adding those in as well, and just seeing more and more results. Then last December, I went back for another recheck with my blood work. And the doctor, again, looked at me and looked at the results again. He handed them to me and he said, you need to frame these because these were the best results he had seen for me since I've been going to him. So everything was just coming together and working the way it should. And I know that's the result of just getting my gut healthy, doing what I need to do. I was still eating wisely. I was being consistent in everything that I was taking. I was drinking my water. I'm right now drinking probably about a gallon of water a day, and I love it. I don't desire anything else. My drink of choice is water, just nice, clear, fresh water. Adding that pink every now and then too, adding that in. But yes, just has been a great experience for me to be able to do that and to have those results. And then just this week, I have been on oxygen probably for about the last 4 or 5 years at night. Not a CPAP machine, but pure oxygen that I would sleep with at night. And the doctor had told me a while ago that, if you lost that weight and you got things under control, we might be able to get you off some of these medications and some of this oxygen and stuff. And so I had another sleep study done about a week and a half ago, and he called me Tuesday and he said that everything was looking good and I am no longer on oxygen at night. I'm able to breathe healthy and strong all night long. So I'm gonna do another recheck in 6 months, make sure things are keep going, but just finding those results and feeling so healthy. I turned 60 just this last year in July, and I feel better than I did when I was 40. I've got that energy. I'm moving more. I'm swimming. I'm walking without pain, and I've had problems with my knees for a long time. But I've added in the ease, and I don't have that pain. I can do any of those movements anymore. I started using the hula hoop, which has been a lot of fun, just a joy to be able to do. And I'm just so thankful that Shanda was sharing on Facebook, and I was seeing that and had that communication and that conversation with her. And I would just encourage anybody that if they just have any questions, that they reach out to an ambassador and that they talk with them and find out what would work best for them, because there is something out there just for you so that you can feel that help, that strength, that energy, even at age 60. Well, thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad that I was able to share. I hope that you were able to gain something from that. And at this time, I'd like to pass it off to Sarah.
So Haley wants to know which bed you want.
Sarah, are you on this call? If not, if Sarah's not on here, there is a time change. So Sarah, if you aren't on the call, Kate, you could just go ahead and take it away. And
she's just
Sarah,
muted. She's there. She's just muted. Yeah. I don't know how to
connecting to audio. So
yeah. There we go.
Sarah, I'm asking to unmute you. Do you see that? One second, you guys, technical difficulties. Yeah, you're still muted. Do you see where, if you tap your screen on the bottom left hand, you should see where it says unmute. Oh wait, you're still muted. Hang on. Oh, okay. I tried unmuting her, but for some reason it doesn't let me posting.
Why don't you go ahead, Kate, and then we can come back to Sarah and I'll text her in the meantime and see if we can get her unmuted. So Kate, just take it away from here and then we'll get Sarah undone at the end. Hey everyone, I'm Katie Chickarelli and I'm so excited to share tonight. You're going to love Sarah's story, so don't leave before the end. Okay, so my journey with Plexus started 4 years ago. I started because of an autoimmune disease that I was going through. It was kind of like I felt fine one day and the next day I woke up in pain, and so my life just changed overnight. And it wasn't that it hit me overnight. It was a long process inside, but because it got so out of hand inside, it came out. And that's when we found the autoimmune disease, because my body started swelling up. I had red lumps up and down my arms, my legs, my feet were swollen. I was having heart palpitations, night sweats, all this crazy stuff. And that led me to a series of doctors, specialists, and finally diagnosed with a chronic autoimmune disease. At that point, it had been months into the journey from the first day it started to finding that it was officially a chronic immune challenge. And my husband was carrying me from room to room. I couldn't even wear my shoes. I had to wear my slippers if I left the house at all because my feet were so swollen. So this journey was very scary for me. And at 28 years old, other than just having my babies, I'd never really had a lot of health problems before. I thought I was pretty healthy. I was taking prenatal gummies from Walmart and my kids were on gummies, which I just laugh at myself now because it's just horrible. Anyways, but you don't know what you don't know, right? But anyway, so I started my Plexus journey. Joanna Miller had been on here on Facebook sharing, and I had watched her and I had been interested, like truly interested, but we were a ministry family and we had our money ran out before our month did every month. And so there was just no extra and I just couldn't justify spending that money on me. But here I had 3 babies under 3. So 2.5, 1.5 in 6 months. And I was pouring constantly into them. We were on the road traveling across the country, pouring into ministry. I was helping my husband, taking care of him and, just life. And as a lot of moms and parents and even dads, we're always pouring into people, right? We're pouring ourselves out. But when your cup hits that empty, when your tank is empty, that's when the crazy stuff can start happening. And that's where I was when I started Plexus. I started with our triplex combo. And I started with our Ease product that helps target inflammation and joint pain because my body was so swollen and inflamed. And that is where I began my journey. And in about 6 to 12 weeks, you guys, my life looked completely different than what I had been battling that entire year up to that point. And so obviously we went from very, very skeptical to a completely firm believers at that point, even my husband. And so I remember I sent a picture at 6 weeks. I sent a picture to Joe and I said, look at my feet. Oh my word, look at the difference already. And she's like, and I hadn't said a word on Facebook. I was too scared to tell anybody what I was doing. I was like, if this stuff doesn't work, I'm not telling anybody because I don't want to be like, never mind, didn't work. Because at this point, I left out a lot of my story, but basically I tried intravenous therapies. I tried other supplements. I tried everything the doctors threw at me, medication, steroids, antibiotics, everything. And so when you're at that point, you just don't want to tell anybody anything else because you don't have any hope left. And that's really kind of where I was when the specialist handed me the prescription saying you're going to be on this medication the rest of your life and we're not going to fix the problem. Basically, it's just going to help you cope and deal with life because you can't live on steroids. Like that was where I was. It was a big fat Band-Aid over a problem that wasn't being solved for me. And so when I started with Plexus and I saw those health changes, I didn't even know anything about business. I didn't know anything about anything. I just thought there was this pink trick and I really didn't know much more than that. But in that journey, I decided to post the pictures of my feet and just threw it out there. Like, look, you guys have been praying for me. I've tried these products. I haven't told anyone, but it's been 6 weeks. Look at the changes that I've already seen. And I had friends reach out about illnesses that I've never even heard of and things that I was like, I don't know if Plexus can help with that. I really was clueless. So Joanna, she had to hold my hand through all of it. I would put her in messages and have her help me, find stories and tell about the products because I really was pretty clueless. But about 3 months into starting to kind of share, I was kind of one of those, I don't want to be like that person and share much. So, and plus I was just busy. We went back on the road. My kiddos were busy. So I kind of used that as my excuse. I was just busy because everyone's busy, right? But 3 months into the journey, I was getting enough money to pay for my products. So that meant it wasn't a burden to be taking them, just sharing and posting and telling a few people about them every single week that was bringing in enough money to cover my products. And so that was really exciting. But by month 3, our car died, completely out of the blue died. We had paid cash for it when we got married. It was a nice car. And we were getting ready to go on a 9-week trip with our ministry. We weren't going to be home for 9 weeks, and we had to have a car. And I just remember going into the car lot on June 30th. I've been sharing since April. And when we found this car, they gave us a great deal. It was the end of the month. And I saw the car payment, and it was literally as much as I was making with Plexus at that point. And I was just thinking like if we didn't have Plexus right now, even 3 months into my journey, like, I don't know where that money would have come from. Like, obviously God provides, he always has, but truly, like, it was the perfect timing for me. And that should have just kicked me into high gear to get me sharing, but it really was kind of like, that's amazing. And then I just kind of like kept maintaining. So 8 months along, okay, I'm still sharing, but I'm still kind of worried what people are thinking. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want people to think that I'm just like out there to get their money. But these products had changed my life, and they were changing my husband's life, and his sleep habits were better, and his energy was so much better. My kids weren't constipated anymore. So all of that to say, these things have done great things for our family. And what kind of friend was I if I didn't tell people about them? And so finally one day my husband was like, Kate, these products are amazing. You're so good at sharing about them. You really should just go all in and see what happens. Like, stop being scared. Like, I am giving you permission to do this if you need that permission. Like, basically no one else's like approval matters. If I'm happy with you doing this, that should be enough that you're okay to do this. And that really just encouraged me to go all in. And so I started my first post sharing in April. And by January, I finally just was like, forget this. I'm going all. We need this money. Our family we need extra. We need more than we were getting. And I felt like I could do this. And because the opportunity was such an amazing one. And so anyways, that was where I really kind of like say started my journey, because that's when I decided I was all in, both feet, both hands, everything. And then 2.5 years from there, after that decision, I hit Emerald, which was last April. And now I'm a Sapphire, and the next rank is Diamond, and that's the top of the company. And you guys, when you go from earning $300 myself in a month to 5 figures in a month, like with no college degree, no special skill sets, like that is life changing. Like, for our family, we're completely debt free except our home, which we're trying to pay off as quickly as we can. And my husband has been able to pursue other things that aren't really great with monetary gain yet. They're things that he's been working on from home, but we don't have the stress that we used to have, because Plexus has completely provided for us, like through the Lord's help, completely. And so this was an opportunity that God, I truly believe he gave me the trial to give me this blessing. And it isn't special just to me. I can name you hundreds of people who have started these products, who decided to start sharing, who have continued on and been consistent with both the products and the opportunity, who have completely changed their lives, their families' lives, their children's future, and ministries around the world and things in the faith for God, like his ministry, furthering the kingdom, like all of the things, because someone decided to get serious. And it's not just one of us. It's not just for 10 people who started 15 years ago when the company started. It's for anyone who decides to get serious and to make this an all or nothing and just run with it as hard as you can. And I promise you, if you do that, then you are going to experience amazing, amazing things through this opportunity. So I hope that encourages you to just go all in. Don't wait 8 months like I did. Don't mosey around. Just do it. It's the best decision I've ever made. And I guess I'm passing it off to Sarah. Are we good? Okay. All right, Sarah.
All right. Well, hopefully y'all can hear me now. Somebody like send a message. Okay, good. Hi everyone. My name is Sarah Tumler. I'm new to the Plexus world, but I'm very happy to be here. I'm originally from Florida, but I moved to West Virginia last October when I got married in November. So I have been following Kate and Deb for quite a while. And really, I was following them for like fashion and just, they were like super sweet Christian ladies. And so I was just happy to follow them. And I knew that they shared about Plexus and, you know, this pink drink that helped them and everything. And I was just kind of like, okay, you know, not a big deal. Like, I'm healthy. I don't need anything like that. Until one day I saw Deb post on her story that she had paid off, you know, her vehicle, and that Plexus had done this, had helped her reach this goal. And So I was looking at that post and I was like, wow, it would be really nice to have an extra income. And I have a full-time job and my husband does too. But I was like, it would just be really nice to have like some extra income so that we can pay off some things that we want to. And so I messaged Deb and I was like, hey, how does this work? How does the business work? Because this would be a huge blessing for me and my husband. So Deb messaged me back and she's like, let's, do a FaceTime call and I'll tell you all about it. So we talked and she just got me super encouraged and excited about it. So I talked to my husband that night and he was on board with it. And he was like, if this is something you want to really go into and try and work at, then we will do that. So I ordered my Plexus and I was super excited to get my triplex box and just start using the supplements and the pink drink. And I got it and I started drinking the pink drink and I was like, this stuff tastes so good. So aside from it just tasting really good, this weekend is going to be like, I think a month. I think this weekend is a month that I've been using Plexus. And so since starting it, I can already tell a difference in my like sugar cravings and my snacking, because at work, I just sit at a desk all day and I would typically be snacking like all afternoon. But since I have the pink drink, I have not been doing that as much. And I noticed that within like my first week and a half of drinking the pink drink. And with the Bio Cleanse and ProBio 5, I can tell that my digestion is a lot better. And it's been really great. My husband was even like, I think my digestion is getting a little better because of using this. And so that was exciting. And obviously the end of the month, beginning of this month, because I started last month, I got my first paycheck from Plexus. And it's been so exciting to share with my friends and my followers about it and seeing them like kind of get excited and want to learn more about it. But when I got my first paycheck and I was like, wow, I was like, obviously I'm not up to emerald or anything, I'm just silver, but it was just a huge blessing to see like the income that I'm getting already from it and what I'm, hoping to move up in the future. But it's just already been a blessing and it's been really exciting to be able to reach out to so many people and share about it. But not only that, but to have this amazing community of women that I've gotten to know and got to, talk with, which is really encouraging. And so that's just been super exciting for me. Like I'm a super outgoing person anyways. And so doing Plexus and messaging people about it is just something that I love to do because I'm just like that. And I love talking to people. Although talking on Zoom is a little nerve-wracking, but I have loved it so far. And the ladies that I get to work with it's just awesome. And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. And I'm really excited and I'm thankful for all of you that are here watching. And that is pretty much all I have to say, but I am very thankful that Deb was happy and just willing to share with me about it because now I'm excited to share with other people about it too. So I don't know who to give back to. There we go.
Thank you for sharing, Sarah. You did amazing for your first Zoom. Wow. There you go. You guys, those stories, like, aren't those incredible? I'm just so excited that you got to hear all of those. And if you are on this Zoom because you either haven't tried yet or you just got your products, whichever you are, I hope this really encourages you to, first of all, get the products if you haven't already, because they're going to bless your life in the most wonderful ways. And second of all, this opportunity, you all, is such a gift. And I hope through these stories you are inspired to learn more, or just to go for it and go all in and see how this changes your life, your family's life. And I have experienced this firsthand, but when you have extra in your budget and when you're not constantly stressed about how you're going to pay that next bill, how you're going to get that bank account out of the negative so you don't get the overdraft fee, then there, or how you're going to buy those groceries, how you're going to put the gas in the car, when you're not stressed about that all the time, you become so much others focused, because when we are so stressed about finances, that's the number one stressor in America is finances. And when you're stressed, that's the number one health killer. But when you're so stressed about finances all the time, it's so hard to look out and see and pour into others and help others and be others focused, because you're just trying to survive and like get through the day and get through the week and get through the end of the month. And I have found that it has brought so much freedom in that for us, where it has just been just incredible how we can just serve others in so much better because we aren't constantly stressed about our own finances. And I heard this fun fact the other day. Well, not really a fun fact, it's kind of sad. But in 2008 with the recession, the fact was that the majority of the people who lost their homes, if they would have just had in foreclosure, if they would have just had an extra $300 a month, they would not have lost their homes. Like, that made me so sad for all of those people. And so that was just to encourage you all, like, even just a couple $100, that's huge. That was huge for us, because like I said, we had negative bank account twice a month, just trying to make ends meet. And when you get started this month and you pick out your combo that's going to help benefit whatever your goals are, and then you grab 3 friends and family to get healthier with you. When I first joined, I grabbed my mom and 2 friends to do it with me, because my mom had these different health issues that she was struggling with. And she has the most incredible story now of how the products have changed her life in wonderful ways. And so I grabbed my mom and 2 friends to do it with me, get healthier with me. And when you do that, you earn $300, you guys. And that $300, like, that is life-changing in so many different ways. And so we just hope and pray that you were encouraged tonight, and that you were encouraged to just go for it. Try these products, or go all in with this business opportunity, because I promise you that you will not regret it. So have a wonderful night, you all, and thanks so much for listening.